a sense of calmness, a sort of peace. And we have to do that for ourselves because, again, as I was saying earlier, when we step out into the everyday world, we step out into the streets of New York City or into, excuse me, our subways, sometimes we end up in this place where we're just not feeling so good because it just seems like life is so busy and there's so much going on, and we can't think of these things as metaphors for our life. It easily allows us to see something beyond, to move beyond. And even if physically our body is still here in this place, we're still, just simply by creating these metaphors for life and thinking about ourselves in terms of something beyond just this human form, then we are able to move beyond our world. We are able to see the beauty in the midst of our struggles, in the midst of conditions, in the midst of the chaos and unrest that we find in our world every day. And so these are the types of things that I generally like to talk to people about, because a lot of times, unfortunately, people don't see this hope, or they don't have that inspiration within themselves. And that is the reason why there is so much going on in our world. There is so much in terms of when we look out onto the world and we look through this particular lens, we see a lot of negativity. And I spoke about this actually yesterday. I did a seminar. And sometimes this lens that we're looking through, we just see negativity. And sometimes that lens is simply the television or even the radio. It could be this lens that we're looking through that shows us nothing but negativity in everything. We have to put that lens down, pick up another one, and look through the lens that allows us to see the blessings and the beauty that's inherent in all of life, in everything, because there's a blessing in every situation, in every experience that we encounter. But do we generally see those blessings? A lot of times they pass us by. A lot of times we're so focused on the negative because we're conditioned every day to focus on the negative. If you have TV, you're television ourselves from these negative energies that cause us to become negative and cause us to see nothing but negative. So it's not about being in denial. We understand what's going on in the world. We see what's going on in the world, and it's reality. But meaning that love will not allow anything negative, this toxic energy that you talk about, to penetrate us.
Okay.
That the wall itself will not allow this negative energy to penetrate us, to influence us. But that doesn't mean that nothing can move beyond this wall. That this love energy of love within us that we release unto the world, hopefully abundantly, that love goes out and influences people in a very positive way. But we don't allow the negative energy to come in. So this wall, this love, protects us from that negative energy, this particular energy. I won't allow any other energy to influence the way I go about my day, influence my thoughts, influence how I feel, or any of that. And so even as you were saying, if you're sitting on the subway and there's a whole bunch of stuff going on, loud talking and everything else, and you're just not feeling a sense of peace. Well, for me, it's different, because when I put on this cloak of light and love, when I leave my home and I'm sitting on the subway, no matter what is going on, I still experience this sense of peace.
But if you...
That's actually accurate. And so we take a look at that and we say, well, if this energy that is manifested outside of me in form, if this is what that energy is, then I need to recondition myself, my thoughts, my emotions, this energy that's residing in me. I need to change that energy because I want to experience something more peaceful, something more harmonious. Even when we go back to what I was reading in terms of the music piece, the instrument, if we become the instrument again, this instrument can play a song that is just, there's no harmony in it. It's nothing but disharmony. we're not liking this music, it's not making us feel good. It's causing us to become fragmented within ourselves. Or we can use ourselves as an instrument, say maybe a flute. That the breath that moves in and out of us, through us, is creating beautiful music. And other people are experiencing this beautiful music. And so they're experiencing a sense of harmony and calm and peace. And so we can become this instrument. What instrument? We want it to be a harmonious type of music, a beautiful music that is affecting us in a positive way, and that is allowing others to be affected in a positive way, and that we're experiencing more harmonious experiences or encounters.
Silent talk, of course, well, that never happened. You know, all this, I'm going back.
Different types of metaphors for my life. I was able to think beyond myself, think about this other world that exists, one that had an abundance of love and light and peace and all of that. And how did I actually create that world? And a lot of that I actually have within my story, I have within my visual art, I have in everything that I do from an artistic perspective. So I'm hoping that each of you will leave here today realizing that we do have the power within ourselves to create something very, very different for our lives. And that power does exist within us.